All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go racing. Rusty Modesty and Kyle McRecken Martin on the front row. AJ, I'm struggling here. Godsey and Michael Cray on the second row. Kenny Tripp, Ethan Wolf on the third row. Jimmy Fitzmaurice and Matt Oven Mitts Hayden on the fourth. Josh Doobie and Harold Rothery rounding out the top 10. Rick Grant and Tyler Gelbert starting 11th and 12th. Andrew Thornton and Joey Smith, best buddies since they were kids, have 13th and 14th. Vern Spring, Jeff Taylor, 15th and 16th. Ed Jones Sr., Kendrick Cryer, 17th and 18th. Edmund is up in the race control booth. Just waiting for all the drivers to take to the grid and somebody to give the Mustang pace car a push to get it going. Because Ford. Don't forget, Jones BS Racing still has some openings for those of you who want to give it a whirl. Everybody takes to the grid. They're getting ready to go racing. Cars start rolling for the pace laps. When XCal was here a few months ago, we saw 5 wide racing. Could we see it again? These tour mods roughly the same width as a street stock, and given how wide this track is, how many different lanes there are, lane choices there are, anything could happen. Lots of different lines on corner entry, a lot of different lines for corner exit. Pace car is in. Rusty Modesty leads them around. Race number 1 of the Jones BS Tour Mod season begins now. Here they come. Out of turn 4, Barney the flagman waves a green flag. They are underway. Remember these cars. Oh, already some problems. A stack up back behind. Everybody holds on to no caution. Looks like a lot of chaos. Just as we were starting to talk about the fact that tires cold and this track is hot and slippery, you get a car up into the wall, everybody tries to check up. Oven Mitts is around, Rothery is around, Jeff Taylor gets caught in it. Trying to see who it was that got loose on the start. I believe that was the 76 of Michael Cray. As we were saying, the track is slick. The tires coming out here cold. They're very, very slick. They've got to really be careful that first 10 or 15 laps. As you heard Kendrick Cryer say, it takes a while to get the heat into these tires. Factor into the fact that the track is extraordinarily hot tonight. Let's take a look at the temperature. It was 109 in practice. It has come down a little bit, 101. They'll give them a little bit more grip. But first they got to get the tires warm enough to have grip. Pace car leads them around. A lot of excitement coming here this week. You've got XCal season finale tomorrow night. You've got the Nowski Nation playoff race Wednesday night. Sunday night, BRR begins their new season. A lot going on. Make sure you're following on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and all the things. Here we go. Kyle Martin leads him down. Green flag back in the air. McCracken gets a good jump. They have to be careful. They've put a little bit of heat into these tires, but not a ton, as we got a car going up the track. Ed Jones Sr. fading early as Cray tries to start making up some ground. We've got cars loose down on the infield. No caution. Rusty Modesty just set the fastest lap of the race and in second place. AJ Godsey back in third. Jimmy Fitzmaurice. Oh, Jimmy gets a little bump from Doobie. They're 3 wide down the front stretch. Doobie now to fourth, pulls ahead. He drifts up just a little bit in front of Fitzmaurice. Jimmy has to back out of it. A little bobble out of Doobie. Fastest lap last time was Kendrick Cryer. Cryer currently running in 12th, up 6 spots. He did say he was going to make his way from the back to the front. Andrew Thornton having a great night so far, currently runs in 11th. They're 4 wide through the turn. 4 wide ever so briefly. They're trying to get 4 wide around here every lap. Top 3 single file, Doobie and Ethan Wolf battling it out. Ethan trying to take that low caution. Trying to see, I think Jailbert might have been involved in this one. They come into the... Oh! Jailbert gets... Looked like the car down to the inside. Did not know Jailbert was there. Jailbert ends up on his roof. Tyler Jailbert has to be towed to pit road while McRecken is in the lead. Rusty Modesty in second. Let's see if we can get a quick word with McRecken. I actually do not see McRecken available all of a sudden. Not sure what happened. McRecken not available for interviews at the moment. Kyle Martin has the lead. Rusty Modesty in second. Drivers trying to keep a little bit of heat in the tires here. They've started to build it up. We did hear Kendrick Cryer say 15 to 20 laps to get the tires to optimal temperature. Despite the heat of the track, they have to work them up. And obviously the caution laps will cool them off just a little bit. Some of the drivers weaving about trying to keep some of that heat in there. Michael Cray, after that early incident, now back up into 13th. Lights are out on the pace car. They begin to stack back up. Pace car is in. McRecken will lead them around. Out of turn 4, they're at the line. They fire. Green is back in the air. McRecken, another great jump on the field as they're side by side back behind. AJ makes a move for second, loses some momentum. Ethan Wolf dive bombs to the bottom. Doobie makes a move to the high side. They're 3 wide. What a move. Doobie is on a mission here tonight. Kenny Tripp, Kendrick Cryer battling it out back behind. And here comes Andrew Thornton looking up in the middle. Couldn't find an opening yet. Oven Mitt starting to make his way forward. Newcomer Rick Grant still in the fight. A wild 3 wide again. AJ Godsey jumps down to the bottom. Cuts the runoff. He sends it back under Doobie. Doobie has the momentum on the high side. Doobie now to 4th. Ethan Wolf still battling. Rusty Modesty for 2nd. Ethan Wolf now to 2nd. And Kyle Martin continues to lead. Kendrick Cryer back in 5th. AJ now in 6th. They continue to battle. While they're at it, Kenny Tripp making his way forward. Ethan Wolf just set the fastest lap of the race so far. Andrew Thornton now back in the top 10. He is up to 9th. Sets his sights on longtime friend Joey Smith. Comes by Fitzmaurice. They're going to go in 3 wide. Andrew backs out. Fitzmaurice gets a big push and has to roll out. Joey up top, almost by the wall. And a little loose off turn 4. AJ Godsey back in 6th. Doobie and Cryer continue to battle. Cryer all the way to the bottom, trying to find every bit of speed. It is hard to carry momentum off that bottom line like that. He is, big bobble for Kendrick Cryer. Kyle Martin has now got his hands full. Ethan Wolf has a run up top. Ethan Wolf to the lead for the first time. Meanwhile, a 3-car battle. Oh my goodness. Modesty all over the place. AJ Godsey appears to have the best seat in the house for this one. Let's ride along. Down through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Back down into turn 3. Rusty all the way to the bottom. Rusty sends it. Oh, Rusty is way loose. Rusty holding on to the bottom. AJ making up a lot of ground here. This is definitely an AJ Godsey kind of series with all the short track racing. AJ now looks to the bottom under Rusty. McRecken now in 2nd, but it is Ethan Wolf leading the pack. Kyle Martin in 2nd. Kendrick Cryer in 3rd. Josh Doobie in 4th. Rusty Modesty in 5th. AJ Godsey in 6th. Kenny Tripp back in 7th. Joey Smith in 8th. Jimmy Fitzmaurice now in 9th. Matt Oven Mitts Hayden in 10th. Andrew Thornton, who was charging forward earlier, is now slipped back into 13th. Rothery now up to 11th, and Michael Cray up to 12th after going to the back after the earlier incident. Ethan Wolf still leads. Kyle Martin now losing a little bit of ground as Kendrick Cryer fights for 2nd place. McRecken sends it deep. They're 3 wide. Great save by all 3. They open the door. Doobie shoots to the bottom. Doobie's now going to try and shoot up the middle. Cryer all the way down. Cryer now to second. Kyle Martin on the high side. Ethan Wolf continues to lead as they battle for second. Not for long. Here comes Kendrick. Rusty Modesty still holding on to fifth. AJ Godsey still holding on to sixth. Then a big gap back into seventh. Kenny Tripp, Jimmy Fitzmaurice, Joey Smith. Joey just turns it down off turn 4. Can't get the momentum. Here comes Rothery. And look who is starting to fight back. Andrew Thornton. Andrew now into 12th. Here comes Michael Cray as well. Ethan Wolf still out front. Hey, good evening, Jake. AJ currently runs in 6th. Rothery and Joey Smith continue to battle it out. Andrew Thornton and Michael Cray both trying to make their way back toward the front. No, Cray is up. Cray is around. Let's see if we can see what happened to Michael. They were 3 wide through the turn. Oh, Cray gets a push, hits Thornton's left rear tire and goes around. Ethan Wolf continues to lead. Now Kendrick Cryer in second. Ethan getting into lap traffic as he comes around Michael Cray. Cryer in second. Kyle Martin now in third. Doobie, Modesty, and Godsey battle it out. That's the battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Kenny Tripp back in 7th, starting to gain a little bit of ground. He was 2 1/4 seconds back, but as they battle ahead, sparks from underneath Rusty Modesty. Did hear these guys saying the car does ride a little bit low, especially on cold tires. They've got some pressure in them now, but still a lot of bumping. Matt Oven Mitts Hayden back in 10th. Joey Smith has slipped outside of the top 10 now. Andrew Thornton is really loose. Holds on to it. Ed Jones Sr. back in 15th, starting to make his way forward. Meanwhile, Ethan Wolf is in the lead, has a half second on Cryer. McRecken back in 3rd, Doobie in 4th, Rusty Modesty and AJ Godsey battling for 5th. Don't forget, Kendrick Cryer started this race from the back. He did not qualify. He has made up 16 spots to put himself in 2nd place. The battle for 5th place continues. While these top 5 were, Doobie and McRecken go at it. Doobie has a run on the bottom and goes to 3rd. McRecken trying for a crossover. Kyle way down on the bottom. He slide jobs it up the track. Doobie carries the momentum and takes the position back. They are dirt tracking at Irwindale, and McRecken is in the wall. Now Rusty looking to the high side on Doobie. Doobie slams the door. AJ, meanwhile, just sliding by. He was not in that top 5 battle. He lingered outside of that battle. just rode along behind, might have the best tires out there. McRacken sends it deep, almost gets into AJ. Rusty Modesty holds fourth, Doobie in third, Kendrick Cryer in second, and Ethan Wolf continues to lead as he sets his sights on lapping Andrew Thornton. Andrew currently runs in 15th. Ethan now into heavy. Oh, Ethan is way loose. Coming through 3 and 4, Ethan Wolf was drifting. You gotta give it to the kid. That was one heck of a save. Kendrick Cryer in second, has been losing a little bit of ground. That drift did help him out. Doobie now in third. AJ Godsey battling for that position though. Rusty Modesty still right there with him. Andrew Thornton has gone off track. What happened with Thornton? He had such a good start to the night. Just gets loose out of the turn, ends up down in the grass. What a heartbreak after such a great start to the night. Was really cheering Andrew on tonight. AJ Godsey makes a move to the bottom for third. Doobie has the momentum. AJ bobbles. Ethan Wolf now under attack for the lead. Kendrick Cryer is with him. Doobie, Modesty, Godsey starting to gain ground. Modesty had to back out of it. Almost getting into Doobie as they try and get 3 wide. And look who has caught back up. Kyle McRacken Martin. Meanwhile, Ethan Wolf out front continuing to lead, but he is getting looser and looser every single lap. Kendrick all over that bumper, and these three continue to battle for third. Kenny Tripp back in 7th place. Jimmy Fitzmaurice in 8th. Oven Mitts now in 9th. Rothery in 10th. Joey Smith in 11th. Vern Spring holding on to 12th while he battles with Rick Grant. Rick has the run. Ethan Wolf still out front. Now it's Kendrick Cryer struggling with the handling on the car. 24 laps to go. That car is sliding all over the place. This may come down to who has saved the most tires early on. Doobie still holding off AJ Godsey and Rusty Modesty. Kyle McRacken Martin in 6th. Kenny Tripp in 7th. Oven Mitts back in 8th. But Rothery and Fitzmaurice continue to battle for 9th and 10th. Right behind Matt Hayden. Joey Smith starting to run down the groups ahead. Andrew Thornton after the spin is a lap down in 16th, trying to fight his way, or 3 laps down rather, in 16th, trying to fight his way back. Ethan Wolf has opened up a 1.5 second lead. Still a 3-car battle going on for third while Kendrick Cryer pulls away in 2nd. Doobie now in 3rd, AJ in 4th, Rusty in 5th. McRacken still right on their tail in 6th as they navigate lap traffic. Joey Smith now back into the top 10. Harold Rothery in 11th. Rick Grant in 12th. Vern Spring now up into 13th. Ed Sr. currently in 14th. Michael Cray, Andrew Thornton, Tyler Gelbert, and Jeff Taylor rounding out the field. Kendrick Cryer in second had a big gap, but now the third place battle has caught him. Can he hold on to that car? Doobie's got a run, but a bobble. Cryer all the way down to the bottom, slides it back up the track. Doobie in third, AJ in fourth, and Rusty in fifth continue to battle. While they continue to fight, Ethan Wolf continues to open up his lead. 1 3/4 seconds. Jimmy Fitzmaurice is going into the infield. Off into turn 3 and just gets loose right in front of Thornton. That was a close call. Tyler Gelbert has crashed. Coming out of the turn down the front stretch. Oh, off into one, just snaps loose. It looked like he was spinning the tires off turn 4. Just never could regain grip. Ethan Wolf now in heavy lap traffic, giving Kendrick Cryer, Josh Doobie, and AJ a chance to catch up. Rusty Modesty still right there with them. Ethan's lead holding steady. Kendrick using every bit of the track. And with all this lap traffic, these guys have a lot of work with 10 laps to go. Doobie up to the high side. Kendrick just drives it down to the bottom. Lap traffic in the way, but he manages to hold on to it. Doobie loose off 2. AJ gets the nose in. Kendrick shoots back down to the bottom. A little bobble out of AJ. Rusty Modesty holds on in fifth. Everybody's starting to slip here. Ethan Wolf's lead holds. Holy cow! Kendrick goes to the bottom, but man just slides up the track that time. Kendrick just in a controlled drift off 4. Man, that kid is holding on to it for dear life right now. Doobie, meanwhile, has AJ Godsey looking underneath. AJ's got to run off 2. He uses the lap car as a pick. Vern Spring up top. Doobie loose, trying to get under him. AJ loose. AJ Godsey currently scored in third. But this is far from over with 5 laps to go. Everybody holding on as the back end tries to go away. AJ drifts it through 3 and 4, but Doobie bobbles in the middle. Now Doobie down to the bottom. Oh, Doobie gets a push out of 2. AJ takes advantage. Ethan's lead now 1.5 seconds. Kendrick trying everything he can to gain ground. Oh, Doobie and 8, caution! McRecken! Kyle was trying to get under Rusty. Oh, gets loose, straightens it up right into Vern. Great job by Vern Spring holding on to the car. Ethan Wolf, Kendrick Cryer, AJ Godsey, Josh Doobie, and Rusty Modesty, your top 5. What a race this has been so far. Looking to see who's coming back. It looks like it's going to be Rick Grant back on the lead lap. That'll put 11 cars on the lead lap. And it looks like McRecken is coming to pit road for repairs. Will he take tires? Oven Mitts on pit road as well. Will either driver take tires here? Maybe right sides only for that little bit of an advantage. Right sides are up. Ethan Wolf currently has the lead now. Kendrick Cryer in second. AJ in third. Josh Doobie in fourth. Rusty Modesty in fifth. And it looks like McRecken and Oven Mitts both have at least right side tires on the car. They're going to have a green-white checkered finish. Will those fresh tires have any benefit here late in the going? As much as we've seen these cars sliding around here tonight, I think it's a distinct possibility. I will likely not have much voice left for XCal tomorrow night, but by God, it has been a worthwhile race to lose your voice at. Ethan Wolf, Kendrick Cryer, the front row, here we go. Green, white, checkered finish. Ethan fires there away. Green flag in the air. 2 laps to go. Remember, 2 drivers back in the field. Hell, they're 3 wide for second place. AJ touched Doobie, but everybody comes away clean. Doobie gets loose. White flag in the air. It is still Ethan up front. Doobie and AJ battle it out for second. Oh, AJ gets together with Cryer. Cryer gets loose. Cryer dive bombs. Cryer sends it up the track. He's going to come home third. But it is Ethan Wolf winning the first race of the season. Holy crap. Kendrick Cryer comes home third. AJ in fourth. Kenny Tripp in fifth. What a finish. Let's talk to our top 3. Starting with Kendrick Cryer in third. Hey, Kendrick, this is Doug. You got me?
Gotcha.
That was one heck of a finish, man, and one heck of a final lap.
Oh, yeah, it was. My right rear tire, I swear I was driving on the rim for half that race, but it was pretty hard to get through the field. That definitely wears your tires out, and then kind of just trying to ride around, but it just wasn't enough.
Man, you still had quite a comeback on that last lap. You and AJ touch on the back straightaway. Looked like it was over. You dive all the way down to the grass practically and pull it off coming off of 4.
Yeah, that was it was fun there at the end, but oh well. I was stuck 3 wide on the top of the marbles, and that didn't help either. But oh well. We'll might be back next week. We'll see what we can do.
Man, it was an awesome race. Great, great driving. You definitely showed a ton of skill tonight. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
Kendrick Cryer comes home in third. Josh Doobie comes home tonight in second. Hey, Josh, it's Doug. You got me?
Gotcha, Doug.
Man, what a race. What a battle you guys had.
Man, that ending was pretty epic. That's definitely one of the highlight reels. You know, I kind of wish we would keep going along green. I think Kendrick wore his tires out a little bit more, and possibly Ethan. But on that restart, he gave me a little hole, and I had to take it 3 wide. And boy, I thought it was going to get messy, but everybody respected each other there, and that was a great finish.
Man, I have seen AJ do a lot of short track racing, and not many people can pull off beating him, especially in the last lap or last couple of laps. But man, you gave him a run for his money tonight.
Well, you know, 3 of us pulled away for pretty decent there, about half a second to 0.8 of a second. But then with all those lap cars, they were gotten away from Ethan, Kendrick, myself, allowed that to come back up. Then, yeah, I mean, AJ had a pretty good battle, and I almost slid up too much once in front of him, and that was close. It was good battling.
Man, it was a great battle. You put on one heck of a show and definitely showed off a ton of skill tonight, man. That was an awesome run. Congrats, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, man. These tires were just pretty slippery at the end of that.
Yeah, it really was.
Yes, sir. Till next week, Doug. Thanks, buddy.
Great job, man. Josh Doobie comes home second, and Ethan Wolf. Man, Ethan, what a win! What a dominant win tonight on a race that it was dominance was definitely not expected.
Yeah, I knew I had to go as soon as I could, and at one point I was at 8th, and I said it was time to go, and I centered to the bottom, and we were 3 wide, and I got a run on Kyle. I made it stick, and at one point we were 3 wide, and Kyle was in my left front tire, and I don't know how I didn't fence it there, but after that it was like a dirt race. You had to throttle control it. It was pretty fun.
It definitely looked like a dirt race out there. And I gotta say, I watched a lot of guys really struggling coming off the turns. A lot of guys getting loose. You could see the obvious loss of momentum, but man, it seemed like every time you bobbled coming out of 4, coming out of 2, it just seemed like you kept your foot in it, didn't lose any momentum.
Yeah, at some point the tires started gripping up, and I could, you know, be able to stay in it when I get loose. That was off the corner. In the corner was a whole nother story. I think I about junked it maybe 3 or 4 times in front of Kendrick, but I was able to gather it back. At one point, my mom was standing right next to me, and I think she was laughing at me because of how much I had to work the wheel for an asphalt race. So that was, it was fun that she got a good laugh at it, because I wasn't laughing at all.
Well, you're laughing now, buddy. That was an awesome, awesome win. Congratulations. You definitely earned it tonight.
Thanks, Doug.
Wow, what a season opener. You could not ask for a better race. That was epic. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night as XCal's season finale from Charlotte. And if you remember the season opener, I guarantee you it's going to be a lot of the same. A lot of tempers are flaring coming into tomorrow night. It's going to be another awesome night of racing tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going to go try and salvage what's left of my voice. Everybody, y'all have a great night.